Blended learning. What is blended learning? What are the advantages and disadvantages of this kind of approach in the educational system? Will it be effective and relevant to our situation nowadays? Well, let's try to find out. Blended learning can also be called as hybrid learning. It is a type of approach in education that combines online educational needs and opportunities for online interaction with the traditional place-based classroom. In simple words, it offers a combination of online learning and in-person instruction. Now, let's talk about a specific type of blended learning, which is flipped learning. Flipped learning takes advantage of technology, which is better for students' engagement, giving the teachers a lot of opportunities upon trying new methods in teaching and learning process. To one extent, this new paradigm flips the role of the teacher and student. In this type of teaching and learning process, the students prepare for the class and engages with the course material while the teacher is there to guide the students with the activities. With this method, the traditional learning method is flipped. Traditionally, the teacher would explain concepts during classes and then the students would engage with the concepts on their own through homework, but with the flipped learning, students may watch a video with the course content before they go to the class, or they may read articles, follow e-learning modules, or carry out research. Whichever activity the teacher assigns introduces them to concepts in advance. Then, when they come to the classroom for in-person instruction, teachers can get them actively learn and master the topic or material. This paradigm encourages active learning than passive learning.
Due to the obvious advent of digital education resources such as web conferencing, digital books, computer models, videos, games, and more, blended learning has become truly effective and important approach to learning career schools have begun to use. Blended learning is beneficial for both students and teachers because it combines elements of both online and in-person techniques. There are 7 advantages of blended learning. First, create a more secure learning environment. Institutions can provide a secure learning environment by allowing students to do majority of their schoolwork at home and only requiring physical presence a few times each week. Institutions may realistically adopt social distancing and ensure that common facilities are properly cleaned and disinfected between classes when there are fewer students on campus at the same time. Second, increase student participation. Blended learning has been shown to increase student engagement by providing students with a variety of ways to interact with digital resources. When it comes to keeping students involved, it is important to have a range of delivery methods and emphasize the content of the course. Rather than simply reading text from a slide over video software, instructors may build a more enjoyable and engaging learning environment using digital learning and engagement tools. Third, flipping the classroom improves comprehension. As students become more involved in the course, their comprehension automatically improves. Blended learning often takes the form of a flipped classroom in which students learn theoretically online and then put it into practice at home during class sessions with a professor present to help. Instead of spending time with students and instructors listening to a class together, students in blended learning spend time actively practicing skills and receiving hands-on training from instructors. Fourth, students have more control over their education. In a blended learning model, students can participate in the online portion of class and review class materials from anywhere they have internet access, allowing them to work from whatever they want. Furthermore, students can complete the online portion when it is convenient for them, allowing them to better balance schoolwork and outside obligations. Fifth, efficient use of instructor's time. Instructors typically spend time outside of class administrative activities such as printing handouts, inputting attendance data, hand grading systems, and so on in traditional in person courses. Many of these duties may be automated using technology and blended learning, allowing instructors to spend more time helping students understand the topic and build skills while also freeing up time to plan effective classes. 6. Better insights can be gained by gathering data on learners. By collecting data on things like comprehension, engagement, and attendance with digital technologies, administrators can examine trends and make recommendations to help students thrive. Individual students who may acquire extra help or a reminder of their status can be reached directly through the system. Or administrators can use the data acquired to support students by making course-wide adjustments to review information that a majority of students missed. And lastly, 7. Access and enroll more students. Many working students find it difficult to commute to a campus every day because they have obligations outside of school that prevent them from doing so. Aspiring students will look for flexible programs institutions that offer blended learning in order for them to attract a larger variety of learners. A combination of characteristics of both online and in-person courses revealed to many institutions the usefulness of blended learning, which was brought about by the pandemic and the last year's epidemic. Continuing to evolve in terms of education methods this year, blended learning will play a vital part in professional development.
What is the negative effect of blended learning to students? Lack of social interaction, limited collaborative learning, need for more preparation time, and high cost are the several negative implications to students, educators, and institutions from blended learning. So we have here the four cons of using blended learning at college. The first one, the technology can be challenging rather than useful. One of the key issues is the technological literacy, which can be a real problem for teachers. Not all digital resources are reliable and easy to use. And the second one is blended learning makes teachers overwork. There is a great deal of additional work for teachers involved in all stages of blended learning. They have to broaden their horizons, pick the most suitable syllabus, and apply significantly more time and effort to find the right balance between online and face-to-face learning. Unfortunately, not all of them are willing to do so. The third one is students can experience cognitive load too. With a great range of possibilities provided by the blended learning model, teachers may start overdoing with educational activities and content. And the last one is credibility of sources and plagiarism become even a bigger issue. Having a digital-friendly educational environment may cause more plagiarizing from online resources. Moreover, there are a number of unreliable online resources that present false or misinterpreted facts. To conclude, as any other method, blended learning has its bright and dark sides. The combination of self-paced education and face-to-face training can be beneficial, but only when wisely applied. Sometimes, there are risks to overbalance the rewards because not all students are ready to stand on their own feet when it comes to learning. For some of them, this modern educational environment can be motivational while others feel confused about it. However, we believe that the disadvantages of this strategy are more than overcomable. If teachers keep an eye on their students and provide strong support to them, more quality courses will be delivered. If you are passionate about what you are doing, you will always find your way.
Blended learning opens up a whole new world of possibilities for teaching and learning. In the case of flipped learning, the students learns the topics on their own and then applies and reinforce what they've learned in the classroom. Students who are in command of their own educational journeys are encouraged to use this strategy since it supports self-paced study. Students are guided by teachers who act as facilitators. Students may be able to better absorb material and comprehend how to apply it using this way of teaching and learning. It is generally more successful and entertaining in the long run, making the learning more enjoyable for everyone.